By the way, this is the last time you and I interacted. The first song you played when we're celebrating 1 year of this Friday show, and you gave us a mix, and the first song on that mix was Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto ne. Yeah, interlude thizeni kwi reprise yakhona. I think I played it with another song in the background.
Yeah.
How do you remember these things?
I need to me now. That's what happens when you're a fan.
You a fan? I need to start walking differently.
But you walk differently, man.
Tbose is a fan.
DJ LeSoul is here. You know, funny enough is profit in.
Mean.
No profit.
Hey.
Because you did say it.
I did say. Yeah, and lapho studio now we food.
Because the first lockdown, we did it via, technology.
Of course, yeah.
And you were in Durban.
Yeah, as in Durban. You caught me off guard. You need to teach me how to do radio for real now, eh?
But you're on radio.
Yeah, I'm on radio, but prophets. Because you know what happens? You started a conversation with me and I was like, okay, he's just breaking ice. Next thing you're going on an ad break. How Tbose. Tbose. Why you not show with an action? Love it though.
Why?
Yeah.
Nyanda.
We're pasha. Digani, Jomela, Madlula, Pangugufa, Putuzwa Ifa. Wena we pahle linhlo kehle. Nkosiyama inkosi ayiqedwe.
Inkosi ayiqedwe. Mara ngitshele ke why udla udayi kaSkhova?
Hey, ithakazelo zethu nkosiyami angazi ukuthi zayenze ubani, zabhalwa ubani, makwenze njani. Kodwa somewhere kwaceza kwaZulu bayoyichaza kahle. Siyazisho phela thina ngoba siyazazi kodwa ngiyacabanga imvelaphi yethu,
Yeah.
It's just.
Are you ever going to write your own? Because I have a feeling that the person who wrote this wanted to leave a legacy and a story.
Yes.
And I think as the generation today, we are not doing what they used to do where they adapted. Because you are no longer born of the same tree, so to speak, because your mother is not in this Tagazelo. Is
so
she?
True. She's not.
She's not.
But I have started inventing my own way of praising Sibongo Sam.
Yes.
If we EP kukhona I-interlude engayenza nonkosazana ithi kwasuka-sukela ezintabeni zakwanyanda kwafika amathongo athi wona ayosebenza yabo. So that is a manifestation.
Yes.
It's my new way of praising Isibongo Sami to the depth of the origins yabo.
Thank you.
Basically,
where you give praise to the lineage, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to align and also praying to the deepest, origins and to the deepest members of the family to say, I just want to be inspired by those that were great.
Mara khona umshiye lapha emuva because masibuka inwele zakho namehlo apho khona umlungu le emuva le
angimazi mina
hamba ubuze ekhaya nje
yazi nginayo leyo nto nama lips mancane and all of us and angazi ngempela serious ukuthi kwenzakalani kodwa khona waganga lapha yana kuqala khona waganga kuqala ukuthi abasasitsheli phela ngoba sibancane sesikodwa so find out.
Because that's the thing about who we are now. We have such a blended heritage.
Yeah.
And I feel it could cure what is a pandemic, which is tribalism.
Yes.
Because the more I know that you have a blended and colorful history, the more I see myself in you. So when you speak out of 10 about my people, I'm the first to call you out.
Of course.
So immediately that quells it. It's a first step. It quells it.
Yeah.
Because how do you speak ill of my people in front of me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's no longer going to be a thing of at first glance you think ngumZulu.
And
then you start cursing or insulting my culture. No, actually, this is what it is and this is how it came about, I think it's a beautiful thing.
I remember I was in Durban and I had a gig. It was so packed.
Yeah.
And this gentleman said, "Bokugcwele There's a saying. But it means
Yo.
And I said to him, what is the origin of that? He too didn't know, but I was uncomfortable. Because I said, why is he outside? Do you get what I'm saying? Why is he? Why
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Is those little things that will start decoding and moving things out of the way, so as we can start embracing who we are as a people.
Yeah. Kahle sisho sithi bekuvalwe ngomuntu. Bekuvalwe ngomuntu esicabheni.
Yes.
Shuthi ke bayishintsha,
yes.
So as to insult other cultures.
Aha.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Bekuvalwe ngomuntu, sonke sabantu uyangunisa.
Thank you.
And that's the most important thing.
You have a radio show.
Yes.
Ufuna ne goal?
Hawu ngivakashele wena nje khona umuntu akakubuza ukuthi ufuna ne goal ngivakashele. Ngivakashele wena, ngiza kuwena mina, ngizobona wena thina.
What an honor. Thank you.
I'm honored to be here, honestly. It's a beautiful space. As soon as you step in, you can tell Uti it's a creative space, you know.
Yeah.
I love arts.
Yeah.
And I can see Uti there's so many personalities la
Yes. Yeah.
that made this what it is. I love it.
Yeah. By the way, we're recording this and we'll be uploading it on car959.co.za just after the show at 12. So make sure that you can watch this beautiful girl, as we're having a chat with her. And she's got a new EP. That's why she's here.
Yes. Yo, and for us artists, there's that uncertainty. Because not only does it set us back, I think the financial aspect was the one, but I think the most important one was it's the timelines, We all have timelines. And when you've planned,
Yes.
You've got a plan for it. So I'm glad things are finally, getting back to how they should be. We're sanitizing, we're wearing our masks, we're vaccinator, second jab done, so ready, man.
And I like the fact that you're a pastor's kid. So let's take it to church a bit.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that during lockdown, it takes us back to the times of Joseph, the king of dreams. In times of plenty put aside, right? Didn't that lockdown give you more time? Here we are. Now you're reaping.
The introspection did not end. Every day, I think we assume ukuthi masendlini awenzi lutho awucabangi lutho.
Yes.
But that's where you go through this cycle of thought, yabo. Ukuthi one, what now? Yabo, ngoba sihleli. Two, have I equipped myself enough as an artist ukuthi ngikwazi ukusebenza in the space engikusona? Yabo level 5 phone ayibunga ngihlanya uphuma uye kwibalcony ucabange ubuye ungene ngaphakathi endlini I think ngapheka ujeqe ngapheka amagwinya ayikho recipe engayizamanga hey ungene endlini uproduce. But I think the lockdown for me was a blessing. And you're right. I didn't think it was going to bring about so many things to me. One, I went to lockdown house party, ngadlala. People saw me,
Yes.
Mangiqeda ukubonwa qhamuka amadili, and then Coffee's company, Black Coffee's company reaches out solistic.
Yes.
They have an interest. Yes. I don't know how long it would have taken them to say, hey, look, we want to, so I think even in the darkest times there is room for opportunity. There'll always be iskhathi.
Are you ready though?
Hey.
I think that's the question, right?
Yeah. I'm happy ukuthi I've always been one to set aside time ukuze prepare. When I go on stage, that you get the best of me. But endlini, I make all the mistakes that I need to make.
Yes.
I want to figure things out first. I want to know how to loop first, how to do this tempo range first. I want to know how to make a certain effect sound this way. I like personalizing things. So that mangidlala uzwe ngiqala ngize ngiqede ukuthi hayi uLeSoul ke lo dlala.
Yes.
Ngisho thuba usuthi uyochama wawubuya.
Hayi buya.
Bambe lapha. I want to be that one. I want to be memorable, So every time in Sendlini, it's about just mastering the craft. You can never know enough. You can never.
However, in this introspection, you kind of went to your roots.
Yeah, I did.
There's a video you posted about you were in a car driving, listening to what you just worked on.
Yeah.
but it sounded like it's a prayer or a song yabaphansi.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is LeSoul going through? And in a not in a bad way.
Yeah.
To a point that I felt like somewhere.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we all get lost in not just the art, but just in what's happening, especially during lockdown. I think a lot of us were just lost. And me being a PK, it was the best time for me to connect to God. So that journey for me was very important. Isebenza, how I gave birth to Sebenza, I drove out. I was just like, I'm not okay. Right now, I'm not okay. Yeah, I went to a gig the day before, but today, I'm not okay, and I'm glad I don't have a gig today. Drove out to the Midlands.
Yes.
There's a place that had a lake. Took my laptop with, and I started writing lyrics about Sebens, but they were repetitive. Manifestation. Sebens.
Yes.
I'm speaking to people whom I don't know, but I always feel a presence around me. You know what I mean? And it's a safe presence. It's never been a presence in Lupa. So ngibhale, and then I start making something. Start making something. Bese ngiyafona like some of my friends, deep narratives. And it's, hey, Vetic, I don't have a MIDI. I didn't bring my MIDI controller, my piano. Can I pop by at your place? Can I drive back to your place and ngithu kusebenza ngayo kancane yabo? Ngifika khona sithi ukuhlala kancane. Uma ngihleli ngihlalwe ugogo. Yabo. A mantis on my shoulder mangifika, and you know the symbolism of a mantis. Ngifika at their place ngihlalwe omunye futhi gogo on my other shoulder yabo. Two.
Hayi
LeSoul.
Usherele phela nawe phela awungathathi bonke hawo.
Bese behlala kumina baba uthi ngiyuyeke futhi yabo, and you know how a mantis moves back and forth yabo, and then ngicine ngiyisusile ngiyibeke on my slides on my slides, and then I just walk barefoot. And then Gear Studio, finally another guy called Docs, because he was the one who was going to bring the MIDI, but the studio was set.
Yes.
I figured Docs, nae adlalingo mazakhe. Your voice has so much depth. I don't want to sing on this song. I would rather have you.
Yeah.
He was so nervous. It was just a repetition of the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? And then he sings, and then he said, okay, now we need to write my lyrics. No, this is enough. It's enough. When someone sings a song, when someone plays a song, they need to play it so many times that they eventually connect with it. You know, that's the whole purpose, and that's why there's an interlude, kwasuka sukela, and then right into Sebenza Lozilami. And when I say Lozilami, I mean the higher powers.
Oh yeah.
I mean all the gods.
Oh yeah.
All the forms that we praise them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Digane Jomela Madlula Pangukufa wena wekuphahle lidlo kehle but ukuzwayisa Nkosi yami kwazoba mnandi ekhaya FM.
Sebenza
Lozilami.
Sebenza ngami.
Sebenza ngami.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm the messenger.
So ungathi mawubona imentis.
Yeah.
Ubaleke or uyibulali.
Brown is danger. Brown. Elhlaza is there to tell you that good things are coming.
Hey Marasa, how do we know these things?
A brown noma a grey is here to warn you of forthcoming events that might not be good for where you are, or that might trigger you either emotionally or mhlambe some danger or into kanjalo. Yeah. Mangabi hlaza kodwa kuyakhanya kumnandi.
There must be a book we must read, honestly. You know what I mean?
Elhlaza ayifeli endlini. Emnyama noma grey ifela khona lapha ecekeni. Elhlaza iyayihambela. Ihambe edongeni ihambe izungeze iziphume. Yeah. But emnyama, best believe, guaranteed, unless we keep our win, but ifela endlini.
Hayi ke siyafunda.
What's up? I'm DJ LeSoul, aka Musical Einstein, and I'm sipping the best tea in the city with Tbose.
The big question is, how do you DJ without your headphones?
Mina ngimagician ngitshela.
Yes.
Einstein. I don't, but they named me Musical Einstein back at home because I use this thing called the wave ring. It controls sound waves. I can't wait for concerts, Kulu to start, happening again. Okay. I like using native instruments that people don't know how to use, like your tap boards. That's how I make my music.
Yes.
I don't use just a computer.
It's
just these small gadgets that you can carry anywhere in the world.
In
fact, on the album, I use some natural sounds. Izangom. even sounds of things that happen in nature, and I just plug them in. Yeah, but those are my plugins.
Like Matthew Herbert.
Yeah, so the DJing, everything is there. I feel like it's Kasabo Revolution, it's Kasabo Oskido,
yes.
It's Katseno, Tbose. Y'all used e-vinyl. That was hard. I could never be perfect with vinyl without my headphones, but I would still be able to play. You know?
Yes.
But there'll be the CDJs have everything you need.
Yeah.
It's just the time, Tbose. You have to give yourself time with equipment yako. And that sets you apart from everyone else. You know, I feel like ubane identity yako. Yabo Shimza has his own identity. Takapo has his own. Black Coffee has his own. No, same
you
song,
can tell.
Different DJs, you know?
Yes.
So for me it happened by chance. I knew Uti Yonkinto is on the CDJs, but I only realized in Mpumalanga, Hazy View, for the first time in Mpumalanga, first gig out of the city. Mang figa corner, yes, I forgot my headphones.
Yeah.
We playing, yabom.
Yeah.
Mang figa DJ bakon betsoning ngesikboleka wethu. It was a place called Bush Paradise, I remember.
Yeah.
Bang up my headphones and I used about hundreds at that time. Pioneers. Awana Luto. It's you, your CD, and the mixer.
Yes.
But I in my head I'm like, man, there are 8 bars to a song, and it's just repeating and adding about a bar for each.
Yeah.
But there's a perimeter on the mixer.
Yeah.
So my color iyanyuka kanje. Immediately mawuqala ingoma engala ayaphambana ama perimeters.
Yes.
You know ziyaphambana lezi ngoma,
yes.
so you can't put it. So you keep dragging down and up, and it was a perfect set. And I was like, why can't I do this? Go back to the drawing board and study it now. And then I started learning. You know, I'll keep making my mistakes, but you won't even feel it because I've learned how to manipulate it. You know? But I'm having a good time being the only one who plays without headphones. Yes.
I mean, hello.
Yes.
I think you are using. There's an unfair advantage. The anointing is.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, but Sanders, okay. Go get Sanders.
Being a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Where is the pressure to be like your parents? Where does it come? Does it come from the parents or does it come from society?
Hey, I think we understand. Even when the parents were still around, they would be clear. LeSoul, Kule. But I think the pressure at church, I tell you, when I had my first tattoo done,
was I like altering?
Gawa kapinde kasuma kapinde futhi ngawe yabo khona bezo understand ngiyeza ukuthi ngithini.
Yes.
But I understood ukuthi for them I play the piano at church, I need to lead by example. Yabo. But they knew that I was growing into my own, and I'm still welcome at church any day. Mangabe ngagigi on a Sunday and I'm in town, I definitely pop by yabo. Angisukumise kumfundisi bese ngenzisa itithe eningi kunawo wonke umuntu yabo. Angidonatisa ngidonate. Yeah, but you know what? Like I love it. It's home.
Yes, yeah.
But the pressures are for you to lead by example more than anything, because everyone here looks up to me. Yabo. You're the preacher's kid. You need to carry yourself in a certain way. And the lasekaya futhi sonto. Yabo. We have churches in Tennessee. We have churches in Texas, Dallas. You know, Olundi. There's a one in Ndwedwe being built. So. I mean, it's just that understanding Nguti, I was representing when I worked out. You represent the family surname as well. About your father, your great grandfather, and then it's my mother's side as well. You know, where they are all about ancestral worship, but it's about God at the same time.
Yeah.
So we never found it contrasting at any point, because we literally praise the same person, and that's the higher power. Yeah. So it's like that.
But do you find that there'll be commentary though around you?
Of course. Of course. These are things I can't avoid. You know? These are things I can't avoid. But I think when you understand what the mission is, and you lead by example, even nakhona esondweni, uma ngifika ngiyachaza yabo uthi okay kanje because they get confused nabo sometimes. Manje unomsebenzi yabo, and it's a Christian family.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Manje unomsebenzi owenzayo ngithi yeah ifikani nizodla inyama khule kanje.
Yeah.
Because masiqala siyathandaza nathi.
Yes.
Manje mawuthandaza futhi uqala kuNkulunkulu.
And
then you pray everyone okhona wayekhona kini. Kaqhubele leyo message to uNkulunkulu.
Thank you.
They carry the wisdom, you know. But there'll always be commentary and there'll always be different perspectives, and that's what it's about. Na uNkulunkulu eBhayibhelini wayisho ukuthi angilethile ukuthula emhlabeni. Kuzoba khona inkulumo nezimpikiswano ngami ngedwa, you know. Because iBhayibheli lifavor wonke umuntu, ngisho Satanist iyakwazi ukusebenzisa iBhayibheli lifavor, uyabo. So there'll always be that. But it's also beautiful because it tells you ukuthi there are conversations about these things, and our fun, our perspectives, and sonke sihlukile.
One of the biggest complaints, so to speak, that comes from PKs is that dad or mom, depending on who's the preacher, becomes the preacher nasendlini.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the parent.
Yeah. Yabo nje ngachaza kanjani. Mina my dad was a laid back person. He never really spoke a lot, you know. He'd be sitting below his tree. Umfundisi kodwa beyithandela whiskey yakhe yabo.
Thank you.
Nami ngibuye ngidide ukuthi hawu baba manje yabo. Bayiphuzela whiskey yakhe phansi kwehlahla. But he was a very noble guy, you know. Whenever he spoke, uyamlalela yabo. Whenever he spoke, it made sense yabo. Before that, he was a soldier, you know. So it's he went through a lot, and I think just seeing him like walk around the house, move around the house, was always weird because why umuntu ethandela peace uyabona, and then it's me bam. Yes. When he raised us, he wanted us to become what we wanted to become, but at the same time befuna sibe ingane zikamfundisi. Akusenziwa kanjalo. Yes, he didn't need to shout. Umbone emehlweni ukuthi hayi yabo manje sinjalo.
Sokushubile ke.
Yabona ke manje. Umbone emehlweni ukuthi manje lana kanje esikoleni kuthiwa wena about you don't need to hear him scream. You didn't need to hear him raise his voice for you to know ukuthi I've wronged right now. Yabo. And the same was with my grandmother, you know. I think my parents even, they were very calm people. I don't know why mina ngipapa kangaka nje.
Bengifuna ukuza lapho mara songichazile ngoba soyiqalile le ndaba ukuthi kahle wena, who do you take after?
I'm covering for all the times they were quiet. Why were they quiet so much? Mina ngiyakava isikole ngila kuzokhuluma sebenza naka radio njalo ayi.
DJ LeSoul is my guest. The new EP is out. Tell me about Vuma.
Vuma, that is the story. So I did a beat and I was like, no man, you know, I want to have Omakuku, because Omakuku on Yehla Moya.
Oh, with Nduduzo Makatini.
Yes, you know. Moya. So I asked the guys that were listening, us guys, please get me Omakuku. One of the members of the team was like, Uneo was like, oh, I have Nomakuku's number. I can contact him. Yo, she was so welcoming. She's so calm. She was so warm.
Amazing people.
Yo.
Amazing people.
She was like, okay, send me the beats. I record. And then one night she was like, yo, my husband wants to jump on this. I was like, you're still asking me. Just
do it.
I want to do some Makatini.
This is Blue Note recording artist Nduduzo Makatini.
You know, I look up to him so much. I look up
Grammy Award winning. Come on.
So I was like, yeah, please. Yeah, I send it back home. And when they sent it back, it just made sense. And to have them say, no, the song is amazing. I could not let it go without nami ngifake. Bayibuyisele kuthina ngisebenza into encane ebese iyahamba for mastering. Every time I listen to the song I'm like, how does he know what to do on a beat with the piano? So I feel like I play piano but not like that. But it makes sense. Why Nduduzo Makatini lawo yena manje.
Asivuma. It is Omakuku and Nduduzo Makatini, LeSoul invading the Makatini household for her EP. And they say the EPs are now available, released when?
I dropped on Heritage Day.
Thank you.
It just makes sense.
Yes.
The 24th of September. The significance was for us to, I think more than any other time, we are connecting to our roots now. We are prouder of African print,
Oh yeah. Proudly South African merchandise.
Yes. African print.
Yeah.
So more than any other time, even graphic designers, they are using things that connect to who we are.
Oh yeah.
So it's a great time to reconnect and to dig deep as musicians, because I feel like everything we do as artists is recycled from abantu bakudala vele. But all the inspiration, the ideas that come to us, ungazifike kanjani. These are things that our people have been dreaming and wishing that they had done before our time, And
you are the generation to bring it to the fore.
So this album is for that.
And you have named it what?
Higher Frequencies.
Higher Frequencies.
Yes.
We're going to talk about why is she WCE, Women Crush Every Day. Indeed it is. It is Kaya 959 on the street, on the air. And of course, I've got the one and only LeSoul as my guest. And we're talking about Higher Frequencies, the new EP, which is out. We just played you Vuma with Omakuke and Tbose Makatini. We started up the show, of course, from the same EP with Sebenza, the big song that we've been talking about. In fact, it's one of the most long-awaited, and featuring the Udocs. Are you playing somewhere?
Yes, I'm playing at Midland Rockets. I'm doing
when?
On Sunday. Please come.
Wow.
I'm not going to judge mustn't feel like pana. Pelo preachers kid left. Get dance. I mean, I mustn't feel clapping. Kumnand. No, but for real, I'm enjoying just learning about other spaces. I'm from KZN, but I've just been getting a lot of gigs this side. The reception is awesome as well.
Yeah. Might as well move.
Get between langi sengijolo nani la ekhaya
igagasi FM izoma kancane
saying Shilo and I've got a tour. There's a tour happening next week. We're doing Cape Town, Bloemfontein, and there's the Joburg Lake Futhi yakhona tour. We're going to be doing Rockets again. We're going to be doing a lot of venues. There's Africa is not a chance. I'm excited about a lot of things, so I think it's going to be a good summer. I think it's going to be really dope. I'm excited. I'm excited about just being able to share the EP nabantu, because we can release. But masusu nabantu. It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
How big is your closet?
I do not know how big my closet is.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
I have no idea, but over 50. But I give away my clothes every 3 to 6 months. So
to create more space.
I'm so compulsive. I'm a compulsive buyer. When I buy something, nothing like 4 or 5, I can't wear it more than that, especially shoes. So once I've worn it, I want to share it with someone. Sometimes I buy stuff and I don't wear them. So
tell my size.
Wait, now tell my size. Wait, Tbose.
Yeah, nabangani mina.
So what I like sharing my stuff. So I'll tweet like the past month. I said giving away all my suits. Feel like I've worn them. I've enjoyed them. There's a suit I didn't wear. There are suits I haven't worn. And I was like giving away all my suits. First come first serve. Yeah, shit DM. So what I do is I give one to each person. I deliver them, or if Munda said do, so then So it's just a little bit of CSI. And And I feel like there are people who really like how I dress up. They're fitted suits, but I mean if it fits you, then it's cool.
Then it's cool.
And then it's sneakers some other times, and then it's t-shirts. You'll get some people saying, I know you're a size 5 or 6, can you please? And also I'll give it away, whatever I can, it's important to remain accessible, especially to people who need you.
Now as khulumengale women crush every day.
Women crush
from other women.
I love it. I love it. They must keep coming.
Has it swayed you?
No, I'm not swayed. Mangabe ufuna ngishade manje, ngikushada nawe siswami. Yabo. Now uma ufuna ngishada, ungangishada.
How?
Ngishadeni guys. I love love.
Hayi wena.
Ngishadeni guys, please.
Hayi ungathi ngishadeni ubone lo yasisi ukwenzeni kwaShembe. Wangena phakathi kwesonto wathi ngishadeni bathi phum.
How do someone said becountry all whites. She was within.
She was within.
I realized later, but she was having fun, you know. Yeah.
But what a ball of energy she is. I loved that video after that.
Yeah, it's a crazy video. That being a woman crush is dope.
Now, talking about higher frequencies.
Yes.
And going to answering to exactly your passion. Yeah. Even if it may go against the grain of the family and so on.
Yeah.
Is it bravery? What is it?
It's purpose. You know, we're all born with a mission. You know, some are bigger than others. Not everyone is meant to walk the red carpet, but even if Ngatua, your role is to clean a house, you know, or clean a building, it's very significant because if Bongeko, who would have done it?
Oh, yeah.
And only you can do that, you know. So also just becoming. So there are times where you do things because you feel, okay, I like this. I realized in a very early Uti, music is the ultimate calling, and how I will share my story is through that.
Yeah.
And whoever listens to it and gives it enough time also understand Uti, this is where I'm going, you know. And there's so many layers to me that I still want to peel them, you know, layer by layer. So it's purpose more than anything. It's purpose. I understand it. It comes to me. I dream about these things. I've dreamed about working with Black Coffee all my life.
Yeah.
It's finally happening.
There you go.
Like, what's up? Bye bye. Like, what's up? I've got him on, you know. To have that is a privilege. Because not only do I look up to people like that, but you know, for me it says he understands my heart is in the right place.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for the music. I'm not here for glorification, you know. I'm building an archive. Trying to build a really strong archive, not for me, for other women, for other artists, for other Einsteins. You know?
Oh yeah.
People who like being at the back end and creating stuff and curating stuff. And the commercial hype will happen along the years,
way.
You know?
It will come.
But the most important thing is building a solid foundation for everyone else, not just yourself, you know. This type of genre is very special to me, you know. It's very tribal, electronic at the same time, but also has my musical elements. And I feel like for this EP, I got to actually play piano, you know. I got to explore a lot, you know. So yeah, it's purpose.
We can only say well done. Thank you for sharing your gift with us.
Thank you.
Higher Frequencies is out, but before we say goodbye, tell us ukhaya mthetho uthini la?
Ukhaya mthetho angimazi beculela bani. Ukhaya mthetho wangena e-studio. Sengiqedile ukwenza ingoma. He fell in love with the song the first time I sent it to him. What's yeah, let's go in studio. And then I think 2 weeks down, I'm in a studio. I barely had break story serious kabo. I broke your heart, but now break here. Angazi ba lo dlale ngokhaya. God, I will find out.
Asengkhathela.
Hey bo akhala ukhaya. There's a part where he says sengkhathe ngathi hayi bo. And he's a preacher's kid, you know, he could relate on so many levels. You know, we had a long. Kaya took me out. I invited him to the studio, but he's like, no, let's go have drinks. Like, drinks. I want to wine. What ngambuka ngicela iwine. Umbuka restaurant ngicela iwine. But umbuka emehlweni yabo. Let's wine for her and mina ngicela ngenzela amanzi with slices of lemon in ngaliphuza. Yazi angazi noma ngathi ngiphuze kakhulu noma wazi noma mhlawumbe ngizoze ngiyabonga.
Yeah.
Ngiyabonga angifuni ukuba too tipsy before studio. He was relaxed. We had the conversations I'm having with you right now. Are conversations I was having with him.
Wow.
So how do you balance it at church? Because you know the Bible says, and this is not me judging you. This is me. And then we get into studio and it's a love song. I thought he was going to sing about something else because obviously my mind was set on he's a PK.
Yeah.
And then he sang about love and it was beautiful, you know.
LeSoul.
Yes, Tbose.
Keep shining.
Thank you.